Look for happiness in today. Look for the best part in your struggle. I really need you to calm down, okay? I really need you to calm down. Now, let myself be a human just like everybody else. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Women Talk Podcast. You're here with your host, Jabri, and this is episode number 2 of season number 2. So today we're going to have a little bit more of a fun episode. I really think I want to talk to you guys about what's been happening since we've been gone. Different things on social media, and some stuff has happened since the last episode, but mostly things that have been happening since we've been gone. So I'm excited to let you guys know what I feel like about these topics. I don't have any announcements for this episode. Next week's episode will be the Halloween episode, which again is my favorite holiday. So I want to do something super spooky and scary for that. Maybe I'll talk about like some type of scary true event or something like that. So yeah, I'm actually really, really excited for that one. But today's episode is going to be about things that happened while we were gone. And we're going to get into them. Okay, so we're going to start with boy, girl, black, math, all those things. I don't have any specific tweets from boy or girl math that I want to bring up. I kind of just want to speak to the whole thing in general because I'm sure y'all saw y'all favorite tweets. They were funny nonetheless, like very much enjoyable. But I'm not going to lie, the trend went from funny to serious very, very quickly. I feel like girl math was like some funny stuff. Like girl math was like when you get something on 50% off discount, then it was free. I don't know, just random stuff like that. Like if you pay for something in cash, then it was free. Girl math, like understood. I live by girl math. Anything that's girl math, I promise you, I was like, yeah, I do that. Then we started moving into other types of math, like boy math. And I swear, boy math got personal. I'm not going to lie. There's not too many times where I stick up for the guys. It's like, nah, I do. I stick up for everybody. I'm not going to lie. But realistically, like, I don't find myself standing up for men often just because men are not the oppressed people. But in boy math, they was oppressed. I was like, oh my gosh, boy math is actually really, really serious. People were talking about just topics that should not be joked about, honestly. And I was like, wow, boy math is serious. Not that men haven't been doing these things out here and that's the reason we're talking about them. I mean, let's get into it. Like the reason boy math was a thing was because men are, I won't say terrible, but men, societally, men don't have the best rep. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it kind of went in line with that, but I ain't like that. I didn't like that for men. I didn't like that for black men. I ain't like that for none of y'all. Like, if I'm being honest with you, boy math got super personal, super, super quick. So I felt for y'all, but I'm not going to lie. Like any tweet that I read about boy math was fake. It wasn't fake. It was real. I just think these are real things that need to be discussed in like a real setting, and Twitter is not the place. So it was a little bit hard, but girl math, boy math, black math, fun topic until it got real. And then it got scary. Not gonna lie. What else do we want to talk about? Ooh. Let's talk about Carisha Please. So I actually just watched Carisha Please last night with the episode with Ari. And that's the most recent episode as of right now. And honestly, I really, really enjoyed it. Now, Ari is my Cancer sis, so I do understand a lot about Ari. I think a lot of people think Ari is very obnoxious. She's rude. She's loud. She's like, I feel like they just feel like that about her. But if I'm being honest with you, I think Ari is just herself. Like, obviously, if you don't like the way she is and you don't like the way she is, but I really just think she's herself, and I love anybody who is just unapologetically themselves. that makes me happy. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good for you, feel good for me, all types of things. And I love anybody who can literally just be themselves. So I feel like Ari was just literally being herself on that interview. I feel like Ari don't really know exactly how to be anybody else with herself, which is amazing. And I loved her for that. I really enjoyed some of the things that she spoke on. They kept saying they were going to get canceled for things, but I really don't think anything they said was cancelable. Like, I feel like they did a really, really good job. I feel like Carisha definitely was nervous. Like, I think she was saying it was her first live episode, so she definitely seemed nervous. But all in all, like, it was a really, really good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. And if you haven't watched it, I really think you should go watch the Carisha Please with Ari. Like, it was a fun time. If you like Ari and you like Carisha, I think it would be a good time. Even if you like Carisha or if you just like Ari, I think it would be a fun time to watch it, to be honest. So let's talk about Krishan, who in these comments that she made about the way that she dresses and how that affects how her son grows up. So Krishan, she's always on live. She was on live for her birth. She was on live for her. She gonna be on live for her death. Who knows? But she's always on live. And she was on there just, I think she was taking care of her baby, and she was just talking about why, and people, she was bringing up the fact that people have been talking about how she hasn't been dressing as cute. She's not wearing the wigs, and she's not doing all the things that she did before. And she gave an explanation for that. And that explanation was that she is the mommy and the daddy for her baby. And because of that, she has to be on her quote unquote dyke shit. I'm gonna start by saying I'm a part of the community, so I can say dyke. So don't come for me. But that's what she said. No, these were her literal words. Like, I'm about to be on my dyke shit. So I'm like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? She was, the thing that she said that really got me was, some people are getting in the way of their child's development by being too much of a good mother. And they have their child like doing hand movements and doing all types of stuff. Like, and she was definitely talking about Loyal, Jada Wada and Lil Baby's son. Cause the video where he said lemonade, like, I don't like that. First of all, I don't like how Krishan is supposed to be so at your neck. And when she talked about that, she decided not to say no names. She was probably trying to be respectful while she was talking about somebody's kid, but everybody knew who she was talking about. And as a public figure, when you know that everybody's going to know who you're talking about, you're not being respectful. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and if you don't aim to be respectful, then that's one thing. But if she wasn't aiming to be respectful, I think that's just rude as hell. Why would you bring that girl baby up? And we talking about you and your baby. First of all, people weren't even talking about your baby. They was talking about the way you dress. And you decided to take that information and give us a whole slew of things we didn't ask for. We did not ask for the information that you didn't want your baby to be gay, basically. That you don't want your baby to be flamboyant. You don't want him to have hand motions. Why? Why wouldn't you want your healthy baby to have hand motions? Why do you feel like the way that you dress and the way that you act as a mother is going to make your baby start to do things that you deem as homosexual? Why are we talking about your baby's sexuality? Not that she brought up her baby's sexuality, but realistically, when she says she doesn't want her baby doing hand movements, why? Why wouldn't you want your baby doing hand movements? What are hand movements? What is that? Why don't you want that? We know why. We all know why. So let's not be weird. Like, literally, let's not be weird. Let's not bring up kids' sexuality. Let's not be strange about the entire situation. I didn't like it. And realistically, I don't like Krishan, but I felt for her in a lot of the situations that she was in. I felt like she was a victim of abuse. She's been probably a victim of abuse since she was like a young child. And it's clear, like, in the way that she acts and the way that she does things. But as a victim of abuse myself, that doesn't give you a out to be disrespectful to certain types of people, and it doesn't give you an out to be disrespectful to your son. That's most importantly, first and foremost, like the worst thing that you could do. Because imagine your son does end up being gay, and he goes back and watches the video where his mom didn't want to even dress a certain way because she didn't want him to have hand movement. Do better, mother. That's all I gotta say is do better. Do better. I'm not going to hold nobody accountable for some shit that they said in a moment. I will hold people accountable, but I'm not gonna hold you fully responsible for the rest of your life for something you said in one moment. But I will say, get it together. And if I don't see Krishan getting it together, then I'm not gonna say I was her supporter, but she lost somebody that felt for her. Not that it matters. But at the end of the day, if you keep doing shit like that, you're going to lose everybody that feel anything for you, because we all know Krishan is not only a victim, but she is an abuser. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand an abused victim's turn to abuse. Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, you got to wrap it back up. You got to reel it in, sis, before people start looking at you funny. Speaking of babies, we got a few babies on the docket. We got a few babies on the list. So Sexy Red is pregnant, confirmed. Sexy Red is pregnant, confirmed. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I hear that somebody who's supposed to be so lit get pregnant, I get sad. I get a little bit sad. I don't know why. I know babies are like a blessing, and life and birth is just a blessing. But it makes me sad when the girls that promised me they was going to be ratchet decide to not be ratchet no more. Because what am I out here doing, sexy? It's like, nah. Let me stop playing. I'm not out here being ratchet. But it does. I feel like sometimes, like, obviously, if you decided to keep the baby, you were in a spot where you felt like you should keep the baby. And that's happy for you. But I don't know why it just feels like people like Sexy Red get pregnant, they gonna turn down. They just gonna turn down. But I will say she ain't turned down yet. So she's gonna prove me wrong. She might prove me wrong. She ain't turned down yet. And I appreciate that. And even if she does turn down, realistically, I know pregnant women do need to turn down. Like, that's why I be mad when they tell me they pregnant. Because, bitch, we was turned up. We was up here. Now you decided you got pregnant. Sorry, you decided you got pregnant. You decided to keep the baby, which is great. But I don't know, it just made me a little bit sad. But I actually wish her a very happy and healthy pregnancy. I'm glad she is thriving and still performing and doing all the things she needs to do. When I say things like that makes me upset, I am not really upset about that. Like, how could I be upset about Sexy Red being pregnant? Why would I be upset about that? Realistically, I'm not. But yeah, I hope she just stay turned up, stay sexy. You know what I'm saying? Stay sexy. Now, on a less sexy note, what's her name? Why I forgot her last name? Halle. Does Halle have a last? Do we know their last name? What's the other one? What's the other sister? Halle and Bailey. Halle Bailey. I wanted to say Halle and Bailey. Halle Bailey is not confirmed pregnant, but she's pregnant. We saw that picture of her with DDG out in the big sweatshirt, and she looked very much pregnant. Like, and she's looked pregnant in all these red carpet photos and stuff like that. Like, she's definitely looked very much pregnant. And again, sad for my girl. I be sad when the girls got to turn down, but also very happy for the girl. Like, very happy for her. Hopefully everything is good with her pregnancy. I know she's young, and being pregnant young can be like just weird mentally for people, especially while everybody is being so messed up about her pregnancy and saying she got pregnant by a bum and stuff like that. I'll tell you what I feel like about Halle being pregnant by DDG. I'll be real. They both seem very young. I don't know how old they are specifically. I know Halle is younger than me. DDG might be older than me. I'm 25. They're both very young, and DDG just seems very immature to me. The way that he acts online and the way that he portrays himself just gives me a very immature vibe, which is okay, because I know plenty of people who have kids with men with immature vibes and who have immature vibes. Like, it's not like that's the end of them. Like it's not the end of him or the end of them. Hopefully they mature once they have this baby. They mature and they see what's going on. I know DDG made that diss song about Halle holding hands with her castmate and stuff like that. Like stuff like that just seems a little immature. But also I guess it's not super immature because that's him expressing his feelings. So I don't know. I just hope that they're able to do it good. That's all. I wish the best for all the babies in every situation. Every baby in every situation, I want to do the best that they possibly can. So I hope Halle and DDG are, doing the best that they can, being the best parents that they can. I hope Sexy Red and her baby daddy is being the best parents that they can. And everybody else who's pregnant and having babies, all that. I just hope that the babies are good. I care about the kids. I don't think this episode is going to be super duper long because I only have two more things to talk about, and one is serious and one is funny. So we're going to talk about Will and Jada. I'll be honest. I'm not going to talk about anything that is super specific when it comes to Will and Jada. Like, I'm not going to talk about the fact that Jada said Tupac proposed to her at Rikers. I'm not going to talk about the fact that Jada and August Alsina's situation was actually not an affair because Will and Jada aren't together and they've been separated for years, but actually they are together because they just decided to work it out. Like, I'm not going to talk about any of the specifics that have been brought up. Some of the stuff has been funny, though. I'm not going to lie. I saw a headline that said Jada sold crack, and I cracked up. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but it was just random. So I've just been hearing a lot of the headlines, but I feel like everybody is so mad at Jada Pinkett Smith, and I keep trying to figure out why. What did she do? What has that lady done different than Will Smith? Why are y'all so angry with her? Like, I understand y'all keep saying she's letting the business out. Okay, she not letting your business out. She didn't tell your story. Why are you so mad at her? Like, why is everybody just treating her like she's just an embarrassment? She's just a terrible person. She's just a terrible wife. Like, da 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 da. Why would Will Smith still want to be married to a woman who was such a terrible wife? If y'all think of Will Smith in such the highest regard and y'all think he's just the best man ever, and if not, I can't imagine why I would be attacking Jada like this. But if y'all think that Will is just the best nigga, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand this entire thing. Why would he want to still be married to her? Why would he still want to be with her? Will Smith is not dumb. Will Smith is not like, he's not dumb. Like he knows what he's doing. And to this day has stood beside Jada. Like slapped that man. Even though they weren't together. Stood beside her. Stuck beside her. And y'all are mad. And it's weird, in my opinion. It's strange. Why are y'all mad at this woman? I'll tell you why. Because y'all hate black women. Let's just be real. It's going to be like, no, we don't. No, we don't. Then why are y'all so mad at her and not mad at Will? It's because y'all hate black women. Women tell their stories all the time. Brittany has come out and said all types of things about her story, telling her business, X, Y, and Z. But is it because she's abused that y'all be like, no, she can say it? Like, what is wrong with Jada Pinkett Smith telling her story? Why are y'all angry at her for telling her story that only affected her and the people around her? That's just weird to me. It's just odd. Like, she's allowed to tell her truth. And also, Jada Pinkett Smith is doing a favor. People keep asking, what's the purpose? Why? I'll tell you the exact purpose for Jada Pinkett Smith telling her truth. It's for people like me. People who don't subscribe to the ideal values and just picture of love. People who don't just subscribe to the fact that, oh, we are supposed to get married and we're supposed to be us for the rest of our lives, and that's just it, because that's not real and that's not perfect. And most people that have been in a marriage will tell you that that's not real and that's not how it goes. And I tend to listen to people who have gone through things when they tell me how they went. So a lot of times I feel like personally, like with my own life, I would be open to an open marriage or open relationship or open things, because people change every day. And Jada Pinkett Smith is talking for the people that feel like me, for the people that understand, like, who people she never wanted to be married, for the people who never want to be married. I want to be married one day, but she's speaking to somebody who never wants to be married. There's somebody out there that feels like her. There's somebody out there that identifies with her. And I'm so tired of y'all saying that she's not speaking to anybody just because she's not speaking to you. Hiring, that's old. That's just old. Like, that's just an old way of thinking. You feel like she's not speaking to nobody because she's not speaking to you? That's weird. There are people out here who feel the way she feels and who she's speaking to. So just respect it for the people who it's for. You don't have to disrespect her. You don't have to say anything wild. You don't have to say anything mean about her just because she feels a different way than you do. And she lives her life a different way than you do. And she's honest. Because let's be real. Let's be very, very, very real. A lot of you feel a lot of ways and are not honest about it. And all you do is hurt people in the long run. You want to live like Jada Pinkett Smith and you can't because you're scared to tell that person that you are with the truth. And you hurt them instead. Instead, you cheat on them. Instead, you hide things from them. Instead, you lie to them. Instead, you be a fake person. But she weird for being real, and her husband having the realest relationship that people could have on the planet. They decided that they were going to be partners for each other and just live their lives that way. And that's what they did. And I really, really respect it. I know that there is nobody on this earth that could come over Jada Pinkett Smith for Will Smith. There's nobody on this earth. And if y'all don't think that's beautiful, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, that's beautiful. That's commitment. Commitment is committing regardless of change. And I know y'all are going to feel like, oh, but they were sleeping with other people. Sleeping with other people is not the only, or sleeping with just your spouse is not the only commitment you can make to your spouse. And if those two people were comfortable sleeping with other people, then so be it. So be it. Y'all sleep with other people and don't ask anybody. Don't discuss it. Don't say anything. Just put your partner in danger. Put their whole health at risk. Put them in danger. Do all types of things. So let them live their life. Let them people be them people. Let them have an open marriage, an open relationship, a closed marriage, a closed relationship, whatever they want to do. Just let them be them. It has nothing to do with you. And stop talking about Jada because it's rude. And that's for me. All right. The last thing we are going to talk about is don't talk to my man like that. I like when you like it. Adonis song. How y'all feel about Adonis song? That's probably a setup. I shouldn't ask y'all that. The song is bad. Duh, he's 6. What? Why y'all keep talking about Adonis like that? Y'all need to stop talking about Adonis too. Yeah, the song is bad. He's 6. So what? I should have been on the album. I don't know. I'm not a father. I have no say so in this. I'm not a father. But the song was ass. I don't know what he was saying. It didn't make sense. But guess what? The little boy is 6. And he's probably so proud to have a song on his father's album. So y'all leave that little boy alone, please. He never gonna make another song again. Cause you guys are rude. Y'all gonna ruin Adonis' whole career. Cause you are rude. And that's just mean and nasty to the kids. That's just mean and nasty. So go ahead, leave Adonis alone. I'm about to leave y'all alone because I'm about to get up out of here. I hope y'all had fun this episode. Like I said, next episode is going to be really fun. We're going to do some spooky stuff. We're going to do some fun stuff. I'm hopefully going to have on a Halloween costume and we're going to get into it. I think I want to do some interactive things. So look out for some polls this week so I can ask y'all how y'all feel about X, Y, and Z, certain things. What's scary, what's not, what y'all want to hear me talk about. And yeah. This was it. This was a really good time. I actually had really fun talking about all the pop culture topics because realistically this season we are not going to be focused on pop culture as heavily as we were last season. And I'll be honest, we weren't focused on it heavily last season. So it's going to be even less so unless something really sticks out to me and I speak on one topic for the full episode. Typically, I don't think we'll be doing these like full pop culture episodes, but I just had to get into some things while I was for things that happened while I was gone, and yeah, it was a good time. I had a great time with y'all. That was fun. Leave Jada Pinkett and Adonis alone. Leave DDG alone. And yeah. All right, y'all. See y'all next episode. Bye.